right here, but we to keep with this really insane. Oh my goodness, nearly clipped somebody else right there. Wow. I mean, this. We've already seen 3 or 4 crashes. I don't know how this one doesn't end really, really badly, guys.
I know, Des, as we watch all of this play out, this is a shooting suspect, according to police, but you said 5 people may be inside of this car?
That was what we heard. Occupied 5 times is their code for 5 people in the vehicle. Blasting by 80 miles an hour. Is that for real in the center divider right now? That's what our speedometer telling us. And the suspect nearly losing it right there.
Oh, boy. Getting up with Creed, trying to jump on.
Completely wiping out right there as we are on Temple right now, blasting through all of this
shooting
traffic.
suspect.
This is going to go right underneath us right now. Bear with us as we try to
absolutely
readjust
ridiculous
our
right
going
now.
Underneath the 110 freeway
These
right
people
now.
are going to either kill themselves or someone else. It is really bad right
really
now.
Sorry about the camera there.
Get this shared out
of downtown Los Angeles.
Woo-wee, this is wild. You ain't kidding.
Ignore our speedometers. It's trying to catch up. But
man,
this is just so no.
Oh no!
Another collision there.
This isn't the first thing.
And
I asked earlier.
Out of the vehicle, at least the.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Now, this was my question.
At least they're out.
This was my question, Desmond. How can he have 5 people in the car, even if one wants to possibly end his life in driving so recklessly? I can't.
Oh my God.
That, other people will go along with
this.
It. And
I'm sorry, guys. This is
as we've talked about this
again.
Looks like all of them.
Oh my God! There's people running.
Yeah, they're all out. I think this is a school right over here.
Oh no!
You see a bunch of kids running around out there. LAPD arriving. They went underneath this house right here. And right here, I believe this is a school. Try to get the name for it here shortly.
My
gosh. See LAPD's helicopter overhead. Cortez School is what our map tracker is telling us right now. They ran underneath this awning. There was 5 of them. They scattered. This is going to be really, really difficult for LAPD, even though they were right behind.
They were going, guys.
The authorities were the suspects rather were.
As we were coming on the air with it, at least 5 times they hit somebody.
And Des, this is going to be a very concerning situation right here, especially with it being so close to a school. I don't know if you saw some folks over there in the parking lot. I don't know if those were students, but it looked like even before they took off,
my goodness,
there might have been some students in this parking lot, which is right beside the building, seemingly where these suspects ran into.
Well, you know what? It's after school hours, so hopefully the school is.
I was going to say, isn't school out?
I'm not exactly sure.
It was full of children.
School programs last, and hopefully, maybe Mike can give us some more
direction
on that.
Yeah, this is the building that Desmond's looking at is the school, and it does look like there were some kids there. Maybe an after-school program. I think goes until 6 o'clock. The other thing that I wanted to point out, I just played the radio traffic back from when this first started, and it sounds like it's a Newton gang unit that initiated this pursuit of these shooting suspects. So. Shooting suspect, and we don't know how many of them are actually suspects. As you're looking at the crash there on the right side of your screen,
they were bumping and grinding
out. One of them was under that awning, as Desmond mentioned, and then it looked like a couple of them may have run actually towards the school, and we saw those kids running. I don't see the kids anymore, so hopefully those after school care staff were able to get the kids
I think they got about 3 crashes
and,
during just this. Good to see Debbie
on the ground. But yeah, I mean, they are a couple of them proned out.
That's 2.
Okay.
Oh yeah, so they've given up.
So 3 ran. 2 did not.
Yeah, 2 of 5 right here that are sprawled
Good to
out.
see you, Jim.
At least 2 or 3 others went running. You know what may have happened is that collision, I'm sure, was pretty loud. And those kids probably heard it. They heard the lights and sirens. And
they heard their sirens is what they heard.
Get inside immediately is what I've got, because you saw all those poor kids immediately go running into the building. So, hopefully they were able to get into a locked room.
Our third live chase of the day.
A Newton gang unit.
Third.
I tell you, a lot of the pursuits, the most insane, dangerous ones we've seen have involved alleged gang members. So I can't say that I'm too surprised by that information, but at least we have 2 of 5 sprawled out. But it's unclear who the shooting suspect is. Most likely the driver, of course. That's always the one.
The people on the wall, I did too. I was like, my God, look at this lineup.
Displayed out is not the driver. So
you're not alone, Erica.
There's still a couple of other
people
alone. They need to find here.
Well, I guess the good news here, guys, is that this pursuit is over.
All right. So earlier you can see they were bumping. They bumped a couple of cars,
endangering other people. That would be the best news.
This was insane, man.
2 in custody. Again, this was just so. It could have ended even more violently, though. Thank goodness. So
Yeah, I
far, no
mean-
one was
Oh,
hurt
yeah.
in this. At least we don't, physically hurt.
Right.
I'm not talking about the damages to vehicles.
Especially when they're driving on the wrong side of the road, and that is, almost the guarantee way to get
Almost
the cops to
guarantee
stop
way to get
chasing you.
Tiny
And I
Piggy to
saw that
send money.
Slick Top Newton unit, that gang unit, went
gotcha.
the wrong way with the driver, which
got you,
is
Tiny
very, very unusual. I'm also noticing that LAPD has actually 2 helicopters over this right now. So whatever this
Unreal.
was, and we don't know if it's a fresh
What a day
shooting
so
or
far.
if it's we ran the license plate and the car came back to it. But they
Hey, it's
definitely
Bob.
wanted these people
see
to
Bob.
follow them wrong way through downtown.
It
is
could be
unusual
Gavin.
and extraordinary.
Could be
And
Gavin
the fact
behind
that
the
we've also
wheel.
got 2 law enforcement helicopters over this scene so that they can make sure they try to locate everybody involved.
He was definitely
And
not a
back
very
to you,
good
Des, you had
driver.
just talked about
Oh.
see that
That
car
was a
right there
violent crash
yeah.
there. That was that was a collision.
Yeah.
That wasn't just a
Yeah.
side swipe.
That was a
Yeah.
full on.
Yeah. Boy.
Hey,
mean,
be
that
careful,
was
former
like
chat. Everybody out there, be
Chauncey and
careful.
Pat, right before we
This
went to
weather
air,
coming
I
in
mean,
is
there was,
ridiculous.
several of collisions. Most of them, were mostly just trading paint or knocking off mirrors. Very unfortunate for everyone involved.
Is
in
that
those
a
crashes, but
worman?
This person got so close to wiping out some pedestrians
Maybe it's a
out there
guy.
at several different junctures in
Bob,
downtown
15
LA,
months.
even driving the wrong way on
Hallelujah.
Figueroa, 60 miles an hour.
Thank you,
So
Bob.
that really just tells you how much LAPD wanted to bring to get these suspects. I mean, we've seen it so often where it almost seems like some of
right?
the suspects know
They were
if
really
the
bad
crazier
drivers.
They drive, the higher the probability
I'm surprised
that
somebody didn't get
LAPD especially
seriously
will be willing
hurt.
to let it go.
But you just knew there was
LAPD
an
made a
accident
different
coming.
calculation this time, and this was a pursuit suspect that they really wanted to get. Not
Woo!
clear if they have the
It's a warm
suspect
one
yet in
already,
custody.
huh,
These are
Jim?
the only 2 of the 5 believed in the vehicle, and my instincts telling me that neither one of these are the
They
drivers,
hadn't got
but,
over it
just an insanely
until
dangerous
just a
pursuit,
little
and
bit
you're
ago.
right,
It
Pat, boy,
had
this
not
could have
very
been so
long.
much worse.
And as we can see there,
I see a
law
bunch of people having
enforcement,
birthdays.
are
Make sure you
armed
go
and
to our
at the
merch
ready. They have
store
their guns
and
pointed
pick you
in
up
the
something
direction
nice. Treat
of the
yourself.
school, which is unfortunate, obviously, for the kids there, and hopefully they're all inside. And
Is that a thing?
do not
Gorilla
have
hell?
any, view to
My
any of
God.
this that is
Please stay safe,
that's
everybody.
going on. From where you are, Des, can you tell if they've fanned
Uh,
out?
See, maybe everybody knows
we're
how to act
focusing on
over there,
this shot
Christopher.
right here in front. Do we see other officers setting up a perimeter
That's what I was thinking too. A bunch of gang
or actually
kids.
going through some of those buildings? Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, don't see them going.
That's
through
right.
The
Take
buildings
shelter.
Yet. I see some officers.
We'll be
out
here, and we
there
need you
on
to come
the
back.
Periphery of the school. They're definitely
Vicky.
trying to seal.
That's
this
scary
area
that
down.
it's
I
right
know
there by a
the
school.
Helicopters overhead. There are tactical flight officers trying to guide some of the units in here. Unfortunately, I think
Enjoy
they may
yourself,
have lost visual
Mama Llama.
of the driver of the vehicle, just as we did.
Hmm.
They went underneath this awning right here. I may have climbed that fence, and I mean they might be in the school right now. We haven't heard that they've
God, I hope they're not.
taken any other suspects into custody.
As
yet
many
at
times
this
we've gone
point.
live,
So, even though LAPD was right on their
I'm not
tail
surprised.
the entire time,
That's no
the suspect,
surprise.
a couple of them anyway,
We got
still
2
able
guys,
to
but we got
evade capture,
3
at least for now.
still not.
And Des, I know all of them
accounted
just
for,
suddenly
so we'll
dispersed
see.
there once getting out of the car.
About
but
20
that
minutes?
awning you're talking
Okay.
about, that's
Thank you,
the
Chris.
awning onto the school. So there's it's very likely that one or
Yeah,
two of the
life
suspects
is
might have
important.
run into at least on the
Save
campus of
yourself
this
so
school,
we
because
can
behind
be
the
here for
fence
more.
is the campus, correct?
Yes, yes, it is. I mean, they would have to scale that fence, but a lot of these suspects are running on adrenaline, and they hadn't been running that far, so they may have been able to get over that fence.
I know,
we
just
saw
get
those
me like-
students or whoever was on the campus there reacting very, very quickly. So
They
I'm
could have
sure if they
pantomimed.
are inside, we're probably hopefully able to get into one of these. Buildings right here into a locked building, or out to the front.
A
of the
PP
campus,
check?
They
Oh,
are not,
really?
in
All right,
harm's
I'm
way
on it.
either. We did hear
I'm on
that
that
they
PP
believe
check.
that the suspect
Look, that was a
armed
good
with
hit.
a gun.
Hopefully
So,
nobody
that's
was injured.
Another complicating factors, depending on how.
I'm just
desperate
glad
that
nobody
suspect
was in
really
the
is.
crosswalk. So
It
see, the
makes you
first
wonder, if the school, we've been hearing all
couple
the
come out.
stories about school police, about not having them. This would certainly be a time where you would want school police, I would imagine, just to be inside, on that campus and possibly helping to notify LAPD where if they see more suspects. Is this the second suspect, Desmond, that's being handcuffed right now?
Yeah, this is one of the ones that was splayed out that we
Splayed.
saw. And again, we saw 2 of them basically
Such a
willfully
dirty
give
word.
up at the end. But it was believed that as many as 5 were in the car, and I'm pretty sure the driver is one of the ones that took
Oh,
off,
absolutely.
running back behind this building, up this driveway right here. into the rear of the school into.
Well, first of all, I got to thank Amber. She
area
sent over
right
10
here.
bones, long-time lurker.
And
and
okay, there is some chatter I'm hearing on the radio. They
thank you,
may have
Carol,
located another suspect right now
for the
outside of the school.
$40. Wow, and the
so
PP, that's
we'll
like
see
$1
if they're
billion
able to
on
bring anybody
YouTube.
else here.
My goodness,
Yeah, you know, you
Gina,
wonder if
where you been? Welcome
this-
back.
a lot of time has gone by, so
You
they
don't
could
wanna
be
miss
anywhere when you say outside
A
of the
single
school.
members only.
Hopefully, they have seen this third suspect. But
Wow, guys, thank you so much.
But the time involved and where they are concentrated.
I'm gonna take
right
time
here
to
in front of the
Really
school,
thank you guys.
And I
They
didn't
could
see,
have, fanned out into
Who's
other
that?
areas.
and Des, I didn't see any other officers
What kind of
running,
store is that?
near the school or onto the campus or even here on the side. It seems to be focused right here at this intersection in front of the school.
Yeah, I think they wanted to, secure the vehicle, and you had again a couple of those that were willing to surrender, so they wanted to make sure that they got them by the time that they.
Well,
were out
they
of the
know they'll be
vehicle,
home by the
units
time
that arrived.
they
and,
catch the other ones.
I didn't see any of them go back, running back into this area. It sounds like they're might be talking about this liquor store here on the corner.
Liquor?
possibly, is some of the chatter that
Barely
I
knew
think I
her.
just heard about where they may suspect another one of the suspects are. But well, why not show you the area that we're talking about? You can see LAPD
Thank
over
you
here.
so much,
Put
guys.
up the map tracker. This
Best.
is off of Temple and Douglas Street. So that's the western end of the perimeter. But there's one of the 2 helicopters overhead on this one as well.
Okay.
But I still have not heard anyone else being taken into custody.
Well, Des, we are going to make sure that we come back to you for more information on what happens out there.
Yeah,
those
this-
developments. But thanks so much so far. We know that this ended in a crash, and they have 2 suspects in.
That's what we know, and that's why we're gonna go, because they're gonna leave, and we're gonna have to catch it on the news. Everybody, real quick, stay safe. I know there are some crazy weather coming up, and Jim would say F cancer. If anybody wants to say F cancer, go ahead. I don't mind. It deserves it. It took my sister this year, so that's absolutely fine to say. We're gonna keep our eyes out, man. We're gonna be keeping an eye out for the next one. 3 so far today. Will there be another? Number 4? Number 4 darken our door? I think there's a good chance. It's going to happen. Don't forget to check out that merch store, by the way. We need to sell merch. I got to get me an. If this doesn't make you want to buy merch, seeing how old my phone is that I have here, if that alone isn't enough of a reason to go and buy some merch, I don't know what is. Yeah, this is a 7-year-old cell phone. You can put it in the Smithsonian later. Thank you, Kitchen Court Chats. I know she's got a show coming up. I appreciate you stopping by, being here. Well, it's time to do what we do so well. And that's just thank people. Oh, no. Liquor in the front, poker in the back. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please give it up for the comedy stylings of Don. Don, well done. Tiny Piggy, Gina, welcome back. I don't know if you want you to call you Carol or Virgin, whatever. Thank you. And Amber, long time lurking. Thank you. Thank you. I know we got it all right here in one day. We're pounding down, going deep. All right, kids, let's try this again, especially this first one. Stay safe, especially if you're in the path of any of these storms. Stay safe, for goodness sake. Stay hard. You know what that means. And stay tuned, because really, you never know when something's going to happen. We'll be there. And Wild Warming Wednesday tomorrow. Bye now.
Just do what I tell you.
Scissor me down!